More and more troops are having a difficult time passing the weight test, and as a result, some of them are actually going to plastic surgeons to get liposuction. There's one particular plastic surgeon who makes the claim that he sees as many as a dozen soldiers a month in order to undergo the liposuction procedure, and it's a little disastrous because if you look at the numbers, you'll see that people in the military are getting larger, much like people in the United States. So let me give you some of the numbers. These are the number of people that were booted for being overweight in the military. For Army soldiers, it was 168 in 2008. In 2013, it was more than 1,800. In the Marine Corps, there was a little bit of an increase in 2011 from 102 in 2010 to 168 in 2011, but then it dropped down to 132 in 2012. So there's a little bit of progress with the Marine Corps. Maybe that's those are the soldiers that are going to the plastic surgeons for the, little sucky.
Is that what we call it?
No, liposuction.
The little sucky. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Little sucky over here.
All right, you guys, let's take that part out.
Okay. Now you want to just sucky that one away.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
Okay.
Move
Wrong.
on.
Okay. So I love this story.
Yes.
Now, I know there's some real reasons behind it because it's a ridiculous way of measuring, right? They measure your neck and then compare it to your waist. And then if you've actually done a lot of workouts regarding your waist, I don't really believe that either. But anyway, they say you get a lot of muscle growth there. Sure you do, buddy. I know it's all muscle, right?
Yeah.
I know I got big bones. I'm right there with you, buddy. Okay. But it is a stupid way of measuring the neck and the hip and stuff. There is actually a way of doing it. And I don't like body mass index either. Like, oh, you're so tall, you're this. Well, you don't know what. Like if the weight is, in that case, it's really true whether it's the weight is fat or it's muscle. Mm-hmm. But there is a way of measuring your different body parts and actually measuring your fat that does work. They should go to that test. But overall, are a lot of people getting screwed because their necks are disproportionate to their waist? No, it appears, and the Air Force claims like for them, and all the different divisions have different numbers, but for them they say 99% of the time it's accurate, right? Most people are getting kicked out because they gained some weight.
Yeah, you're saying it in a very nice way. Look, we're getting fat. Our soldiers are getting fat. Americans are getting fat. It's an epidemic. It's a problem. I mean, we're trying to solve that issue, and there are many elements at play here. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of weight test you do. People are always going to say, no, that's not the most efficient way. That's not the most effective way. Let's keep it real. We're gaining weight. Let's stop denying the issue so we can actually address the issue. Now, the one part of the story that I absolutely despise is some of the soldiers, first of all, that's their livelihood. This is how they provide for their families. So they are desperate. They are going to plastic surgeons and getting liposuction, which makes me sick to my stomach. But others who just don't want to go through that process actually go through a few months of intense training to lose the weight and this huge difficult nutrition program, and they get made fun of for it, right? No, hold on. This is terrible, and I don't like that this happens.
No, this is very mean of you, Marine Corps.
So they refer to the guys in the military that are trying to lose weight as the so-called pork chop platoon or the donut brigade.
Those are awesome.
No, those are terrible.
Okay. And I have the ironic thing there of I thought, pork chops and donuts. So there's some chance I would have been in the pork chop platoon. Not some chance, an overwhelming chance. All right, look, if you failed the first time, they put you in the pork chop platoon, and then you got to lose this weight, et cetera, and get back. But it's really serious business because it might cost you promotions, and it could set you back years in terms of your advancement in the Marine Corps, right? And so I do feel bad about it, right? But at the same time, they have to have rigorous standards. They're Marines,
absolutely,
right?
I agree.
So, of course, and you can't lower those standards because the whole country's become fat asses. We can't have people that are out of shape in these different divisions of the military. But if you fail 3 times, you're gone.
Yes. So the standards should remain. There's no question about that. I just don't like the needless name calling and shaming that comes along with it. And I get it. Look, I'm not an idiot. I know how the military works, and I know that people are usually a little harsh with one another when it comes to how they speak to one another. But at the same time, look, we all have a little bit of an issue when it comes to weight. Just be more supportive. We need a supportive military.
Okay. I love that. Yeah. As you're killing people, could you be a little bit more supportive toward each other? Okay. And Marine Staff Sergeant Jeffrey Smith says They call you names like fat bodies. They talk a lot of trash to you and put you down quite often. Okay, I don't know. Look, you're right, and they shouldn't. And of course, Anna, yes, they should be more sensitive in the Marines and all these different divisions of the military. But look, I've, as Oprah used to say, I've done your drug, right? So since I would be in the donut brigade, I think that I would have a better sense of humor about it. Yeah, I mean, look, it's serious business, but at the same time, you got there for a reason, and you got to lose the weight. And look, that's part of your job. It's not like you're a plumber, and then they're like, oh, I don't like that you're fat. Like, it's part of your job is being super fit. And if you're not doing that, then there is some sense behind setting you back a little bit in your career path. And part of your job is discipline. And so I'm not disciplined enough, right? But then I probably wouldn't make it as a Marine. Okay. I'm very Semper Fi, though.
Oh, definitely.
I'm all about the Semper Fi.
No question about it.
Please. In fact, I often say to people, Semper Fi, motherfucker.